crime and they will make a voice over. They will target on the Liberation Army. They will do so many things. They will target on Mazi Simon Ekpa. This was just a false flag to make sure they damage the reputation of Mazi Simon Ekpa for his defense of Biafra land. And many Biafrans fell into that lie and propaganda. The same people that Mazi Simon Ekpa and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was trying to protect, we are in the same Nigerian fighting against them. They used them to create different security groups. They committed several crimes. In a time when we are supposed to defend ourselves, they took the land and handed over to Asare Dokubo and gave Asare Dokubo a license to kill in Biafra land. Asare Dokubo did not hesitate, as a Muslim that he is, engaging in his own jihad. He eliminated many young people in Biafra land, which he himself confessed in. So you wouldn't say we are blackmailing him. He confessed. He confessed and continued to threaten that I will kill you somewhere I killed you before. He was boasting on video that what I did for you, I will do it again and again. And this is a licensed killer group by the government to operate in Biafra land. But instead of the Biafran people to rally around the Liberation Army that was in place, they joined the enemy to fight against their own. And today, you have seen what the whole situation has become. The taking over of the entire nation is happening. The taking over of the entire nation is happening. In every region, they are planning to take over the nation. They are planning to take over, they are planning to take over the whole area. They have finished from the north. They are now in Yoruba land. Yoruba land is almost gone. They finished with Oyo. They enter Kwara. Recently, I saw their massive entrance into Ekiti. They are in Ekiti state as we speak. They have invaded Ekiti state as we speak. And they are coming down gradually. And some of us in Biafra land, we are still playing around. Remember, you have destroyed your security. You let your door open for them to come in. And I want to ask you, when they arrive, is it a Bubago that will guide you? Is it a Dakodo that will guide you? Is it AVG that will guide you? Is it Udogachi that will guide you? This vigilante group that I call, every one of you know that were created by the same people who want you dead. And they are working for the enemies. They are not working for the Biafrans, and they are not ready to protect anybody from Biafran land. Their duty is to make sure that they subjugate you and make sure that you bow. And I don't know why it is difficult for some of us to understand. The battle has just begun. This insecurity is not going to stop. Some continue to blame poverty. You know, they will always give their excuse. They blame poverty. They blame unemployment. They blame weak institution. They blame corruption. They blame so many things as the cause of insecurity. But I bet you, it is much more deeper than what you know. It is much more deeper than what they say and what you know. The insecurity in the Israeli Republic is much more deeper than what you know. It is institutional. It is being sponsored from higher places. They have all the positions, they have all the money, and the country is in their hand. They are in all positions. That is why you cannot stop the insecurity in Nigeria today. The terrorists are in Asorok. They are in the Senate. They are governors. They are in House of Assembly. They are local government chairmen. They are ministers. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm not the first person to say it. So you wouldn't say I'm making it up. Many people have made this very testimony. Commodore Olowumi said it on national TV. He said it on national TV. Most of the thing I'm saying here, there are people who have made testimony on national TV. If you don't believe the one that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has revealed, or the one Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has revealed, at least believe the one that your fellow one Nigerians have spoken on their own national TV. In Nigeria today, you have weak governance. As weak as weak can be. Poor intelligence gathering. Nobody's even getting any intelligent. You see how the terrorists are moving in convoy. I saw a video when they were entering into Ekiti State, they were going in convoy. Today, the terrorists move in broad daylight. They don't move at night, daylight with their bike. Nobody intercept them, nobody interrupt them, nobody. And they operate for how many hours they want to operate and they go back. Nobody is going to go after them. Today in Nigeria, you see economic hardship, right, left, and center. The instability is so much in every area, including political instability. Corruption today has gone to the highest level. You don't even talk about corruption today. The corruption today is being celebrated. What they are doing is borrow as much as you can borrow, share it among yourself, and that is it. They don't give a damn about what you think or what you feel. You can protest from today to tomorrow, nobody cares. They have even bought the youth. They have bought the youth to confuse you. You see some of them coming to stage fake protest. You can imagine one of them that came back from China recently, the one they call very dark man. He came in the night and he was protesting in the night. Somebody who had not joined any national protest, all of a sudden, he's protesting against Tinubu in the night. Who is he protesting to? In the night. Why are you doing a protest in the night? Why is that boy doing a protest in the night? You arrive at the airport at night. And you're protesting from the airport at night. Who are you protesting to? Who is watching you? Who is seeing you? What are you up to? What are you hiding? The same person who has refused to participate in any protest that has been held. Every protest that has been held against bad governance, he has never ever protested, him and his group. All of a sudden, you arrive to Nigeria and you are putting up a show in the midnight that didn't last up to 2 hours. And still, some of the idiotic one Nigerians and the idiotic followers still believe that something good is going to come out of there. Nigeria is a very corrupt country. Trained by the British. Their corruption was taught them by the British. And they learned very well. They learned very well. Corruption has become the order of the day. Social exclusion and failure in accountability is the only thing you can find in Nigeria today. When these factors combine, insecurity challenge becomes more difficult to solve. Many observers argue that government action and inaction sometimes unintentionally create environments where extremist groups and criminal organizations can recruit followers. But I'm telling you that the government is not doing anything unintentionally. Every action that the government of Nigeria is taking, they are taking it intentionally. Whatever action the government of Nigeria takes, they take that action intentionally. If you are excusing Nigerian government in any action they took, including the recruiting of Boko Haram members into the military, it is an intentional act. Rehabilitation of Boko Haram terrorists is an intentional act. It is not unintentional. They know what they are doing. and they don't know what they're pursuing, and they will continue. They're not going to stop. They're not going to stop. When the community feel neglected, when young people see no opportunity, when justice appears selective, when citizens lose faith in institutions, dangerous actors often exploit those frustrations. Nigerian government should be held responsible for every single thing that is happening in the Zoological Republic today. For every loss of life today in Nigeria, Tinubu must be held accountable. Tinubu and his cohorts. Tinubu cannot deliver anything called governance. He is not accountable to anybody, except the cabal he is working with, the caliphate, that have given him order what to do and what not to do. You can never find transparency in Nigeria. What you are seeing today is a systemic plan that has been put in place, and it's going to continue because security is not achieved through force alone. Security is strengthened when citizens trust institutions. Security improves when justice is fair. Security improves when economic opportunities expand. Security improves when government responds quickly to legitimate concern. And you can never find these things in Nigeria. You cannot. In a country where you can't trust anybody. You can't trust. Trust is the foundation of every successful society. Trust is the foundation of every successful society. Without trust, citizens become suspicious. Without trust, cooperation becomes difficult. Without trust, development slows down. Many Nigerians today express concern about trust. There is no region that trusts the other one. Individuals don't even trust each other, let alone trusting themselves as a region. The government of the zoo have lost trust from its people. There is no trust in political leaders. No trust. Just as they are preparing the election already, you see people lamenting and shouting and crying that the election will be rigged already. Even from primaries, they have already been rigged already. No institution can be trusted. Is it the police? Is it the army? Is it the court? Is it the EFCC? You can't find trust even between communities. No trust. No trust between regions. This erosion of trust represents one of the greatest challenges facing the Zoological Republic. And this cannot be solved. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Rebuilding trust requires more than just speeches. It requires more. You can see them talking about unity, unity, accept your people. It is more than speech. It requires action. It requires fairness. It requires accountability. It requires visible improvement in the level of ordinary citizens. A nation cannot achieve its full potential when large segments of the population feel unheard. Nigeria is doomed for destruction, and there is nothing anybody can do about it. You can continue to pretend. A nation cannot maximize its resources when division dominates public discourse. A nation cannot prosper when insecurity discourages investment and economic growth. The path forward requires honest conversation, and we have not seen any move towards that direction. The path forward requires reforms, and we have not heard or seen any move towards a genuine reform. The path forward requires leadership that places national interest above personal ambition. Look at what you are saying today. From P2B to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it's all about their personal ambition. It is not about national interest. None of them has interest in the nation. Because Nigeria is not even a nation, so why would they have interest in such a nation? It's about their personal interest. Because what they are fighting about, or what they're trying to be in charge of, is not a nation. So why would you talk about national interest? Why would anyone think that they are going to protect national interest? It's about their personal interest. The path forward requires institutions that serve all citizens fairly and equally. Where are you going to find such? Where are you going to find institutions that serve all citizens fairly and equally in Nigeria? Look at the condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Kidnapped from Kenya, extraordinary rendition to Nigeria, convicted illegally through a repealed law, transferred to Sokoto, to the heart of the caliphate, to spite the Biafrans. How can that be fair? How can that be fair? And how can that be justice? And so many other cases like that. Whether one supporting Nnamdi Kanu or disagree with him, the broader question being discussed cannot simply be ignored. It is not about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a person. The information that he has left for us, what he has complained about, what he's saying, are they true or not? Do you find any truth in it or not? In 2026, many people are confessing, many apologizing, and say they didn't know. Many people are confessing and apologizing to him, even in his absence. All the things he has complained about, question about justice, question about governance, question about representation, question about security, question about accountability, question about national identity. These are issues that deserve serious attention. And this was the only thing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was speaking about. The same thing was what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was fighting against. The questions they were asking. The future of Nigeria will not be determined by slogans alone. We have never seen anybody that is really serious to put things in place. The future of the zoo can only be determined by the willingness of the leaders and citizens to confront difficult realities and work towards practical solutions. One of those practical solutions is disintegration. It is not enough to cry, lament, and complain. Go to social media. The highest complainants you have in the social media are the people from Nigeria. You go to the conventional media. The highest people, what they do there is literally complain. All their journalists, they are just complain. The next minute, they enter into jokes. The next one, they turn everything to joke. And they move on. For those of you who didn't know what is coming, I want you to pay attention to this video I'm about to play. Some of you do not know how serious. Some of you, you don't know how serious the situation of Nigeria is. Some of you think it is a joke. It is not a joke. I'm going to play an audio that I want you to listen to. Pay close attention to every information that is coming there. For those of you who think it is business as usual, there is something that is coming that you might not be able to handle. There is something that is coming that you cannot be able to deny. I want you to pay attention to this very voice that is going to come now. This is to call your attention, because these messages have been there for a long time, but many of us are not paying attention. We still think it is noise making. we think it is business as usual. It is not business as usual. And the earlier you understand that, the better for all of us. Let's listen to this very video.
Constitution says that the Constitution of Nigeria is supreme. Read it. Say it is higher than any other law that is made in Nigeria. Abi? Section 38, paragraph 1 of the Constitution of Nigeria guarantees freedom of expression, freedom of belief, freedom of choice. You can decide which religion you want to be under the Nigerian Constitution.
In the Constitution.
Then the same Constitution now has Sharia inside the Constitution. And Sharia says, if you dare change your religion from Islam to any other religion, you must die. Sharia says...
Now, did you see why Nigeria will never, ever, ever survive? You see, some of you don't know what is coming. Some of you don't know what is coming. You know, removing Sharia law from the Constitution has been talked about. And this is one thing that these marauders will never accept. The North will never, ever accept. They are ready to buy everybody instead of removing that from the Constitution. This is the Constitution that tells us that you have freedom of religion. Freedom of, you can practice anything you want to. If you want to worship anything, it is up to you. It is a personal decision. That same Constitution permitted Sharia law. The same Sharia law that says that you must not practice any other religion except one religion. And if you walk away from their religion, the penalty is death for them. Inside the same Constitution that says you are free to practice. You see, when we say the problem of Nigeria is foundational, it is foundational. The best thing to do is to destroy this very foundation and lay a new foundation. Destroy it completely. Everybody go back to whom they are and then start from the beginning. I want you to pay attention to this very audio. Pay close attention. You will understand better.
It says that the Constitution of Nigeria is supreme. Read it. Say,
remember, they say that the Constitution of Nigeria is supreme. That is what the Constitution said. The Constitution of Nigeria is supreme. It is supreme. That means whatever the Constitution says is final. And the same Constitution that says what is final is talking from both sides of his mouth. The same Constitution is the greatest worst omen of that very contraption. The greatest tragedy of Nigeria is their Constitution. I want you to listen.
The Nigerian Constitution says that the Constitution of Nigeria is supreme. Read it. Say it is higher than any other law that is made in Nigeria. Abi? Section 38, paragraph 1 of the Constitution of Nigeria guarantees freedom of expression, freedom of belief, freedom of choice. You can decide which religion you want to be under the Nigerian Constitution. Then the same Constitution now has Sharia inside the Constitution. And Sharia says, if you dare change your religion from Islam to any other religion, you must die. Sharia says, if you practice any other religion apart from Islam, you must die. Both of them are inside the Constitution. So you have two captains inside the same boat. That is what is rocking Nigeria. Because the promoters of the dual ideology don't want to lose it. See, I mean...
Now you begin to understand. This thing was intentionally done. It was intentionally done to keep an everlasting war in that contraption. It was intentionally done. And remember that countries can never exist with a multicultural system. It doesn't work. For a country to survive, it must have, the people must have the same value system. People of the area must have the same value system for any country to survive. This is a fact that is not debatable. But in Nigeria, they intentionally brought people of different value system and forced them into a constitution that speaks the greatest lie and the confusion that created the most dangerous entity that you can find today. The time bomb that is about to explode was created inside the constitution. That means Nigerian constitution was used to legalize warfare. Because what it means, you are putting those who are practicing that Sharia against those who are not practicing it at war. You are putting them to war. They are fighting each other, to fight each other. The constitution just created a war that will be fought until thy kingdom come. That is what it means. So when we begin to talk about Nigeria not going to survive, some people think we're just saying it out of hate. It is not out of hate. It is a reality. I want you to listen closely to what this man is saying here for you to understand better.
If you dare change your religion from Islam to any other religion, you must die. Sharia says if you practice any other religion apart from Islam, you must die. Both of them are inside the constitution. So you have two captains inside the same boat. That is what is rocking Nigeria. Because the promoters of the dual ideology don't want to lose it. See, I'm in the national conference. I sit in the religion committee. I know what is going on. I can't tell you everything that is going on. We are fighting to get Sharia out of the constitution. It is clear that if you touch Sharia, get ready for a bloodbath that you have never seen before.
Did you hear that? That if you dare remove Sharia from the constitution, you will see a bloodbath that you have never seen before. This man is telling you that they went into a meeting trying on how to solve the problem of Nigeria. They discovered that if you make any attempt to remove Sharia from Nigerian law, that you were going to face a bloodbath that you can never imagine. You see how your constitution, the constitution, those who call themselves one Nigerianists, you see how their constitution have laid a foundation for an everlasting war that will never stop. When they say Nigeria is sitting on a cake of gunpowder, this is it. It is their constitution. And today, what are you seeing? What are you seeing today? Listen carefully on this message. It will blow your mind. Let's go.
I know what is going on. I can't tell you everything that is going on. We are fighting to get Sharia out of the constitution. It is clear that if you touch Sharia, get ready for a bloodbath.
Okay.
That you have never seen before. So we have no other option but to petition our God in heaven. That God, you have to intervene. We can't handle this.
But God cannot come from heaven to fight this battle. This is why I disagree with him. We have to pray. But prayer alone will not solve the problem. We need to go to work. And that is why we, the Biafrans, are different from every other region that seems to be interested in solving this problem. Because we, the Biafrans, we don't just complain. Like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was not just about exposition. He was not just about complaining. He was about solution. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was about solution. And he was not just talking. He was working tirelessly to provide a solution to save innocent people in that contraption. The same thing Mazi Nnamdi, he was not just talking. He was not just broadcasting. He was not just praying. He was also providing a practical solution, and he was working towards it to defend and protect the land and make sure that every region is protected. But what did they do to these men who were providing practical solution? The same people they wanted to protect were used against them. And today, look at what is happening in Nigeria. Is Nigeria of today better than it was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around? Is Nigeria of today better than it was when Mazi Nnamdi was around? Is the Southeast today better than it was when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was around? Is the Southeast better today than when Mazi Nnamdi was around? Get the answer for yourself and be sincere to yourself and be truthful to yourself. And you will understand. that prayer alone will not solve this problem. Recently, we saw the one that called himself Engineer Baribe. Engineer Baribe was calling Biafrans to defend themselves and protect themselves, that what is coming is going to be worse than what happened in the Civil War. Engineer Baribe opened his mouth to speak that rubbish. The same man that was in the Senate calling for the head of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because someone was protecting Biafra land. The same man who spearheaded the kidnap of Mazi, the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Finland, simply because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was protecting Biafra people. The same people who joined in the false flag operations, they created many false flags against Mazi to tarnish his image, to give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a bad name in order to take him out. Today, he is crying. Oh, what is coming is going to be worse than what happened in the Civil War. What is coming is going to be worse. But you were there when the people who devoted their life were trying to make the protection, and you destroyed them. The people you are calling today, what are they going to protect themselves with? With wood, stick, knife, pump action? Is that what they're going to use to face with people who are coming with GMG, SMG, with automatic machine gun, with AK-47? You have something else coming. Let's continue to listen.
Another option, but to petition our God in heaven, that God, you have to intervene. We can't handle this. They are ready to kill, to retain Sharia. That's why we need your prayers. Are you following along with me? I'm giving you a prayer request. Please pray that God in heaven will intervene. And that dual ideology inside the Nigerian constitution, it will be dismantled. Because
God have already intervened. The only thing that is the problem is that you human being, you ordinary people refuse to accept the intervention. God have answered the prayer long before you knelt down and provided intervention. God gave you intervention through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You rejected it. God gave you intervention through Mazi Nnamdi. You rejected it. And here are you still calling on God. You want God to send legion of angels from heaven to fall down from the sky and protect you. That will never happen. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. The only thing that is going to fall from the sky upon you is the army of the jihad. And when they come, be ready to see your head roll on the floor. This is what is going to happen. Because the solution of the problem has been provided. God has intervened. He has intervened on several occasions. Chukwu Okike have intervened through Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Not just by speech, not by the word, in actions. He was taking actions to make sure that every individual is saved in that contraption. But you ganged up against him, kidnapped him, illegally sentenced him to life imprisonment. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu took over. You ganged up with the Finland authority, and you clapped down on him and took him out. And here are you today, still talking about prayers. Prayer that been answered long ago, and you're leaving your own responsibility to Chukwu. Chukwu Okike have so many important things to respond to, not to that particular part of prayer. It is a waste of effort and waste of time.
it is only when we stand on section 38 that we can now build a society that is founded upon liberty, justice, equity, and fairness. Until then, we can't. That's why all this crisis is going on. Boko Haram is killing. Why is Boko Haram killing? They want Sharia. Why do they want Sharia? That is what is in the Constitution.
Oh. You didn't hear that? So, the demand of the Boko Haram is not even a bad demand. It's